Charlie loved to daydream. He would stare at the clouds for hours, imagining fluffy sheep and sailing ships. One day, something magical happened. A giant sparkling cloud castle appeared in the sky. It shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Charlie was amazed. He had never seen anything like it before. Charlie rubbed his eyes. Was he dreaming? He pinched himself. Ouch! No, this was real. He had to get a closer look. He raced outside, his heart pounding with excitement. He knew this was the start of a grand adventure. Charlie stood in his backyard, eyes glued to the sky. He had always been fascinated by the clouds, imagining them as various shapes and creatures. Today, however, was different. The clouds seemed to be forming something extraordinary, something magical. The cloud castle seemed to beckon him closer. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before, with towering spires and grand archways made entirely of vapor. The castle shimmered in the sunlight, casting a soft glow over the entire sky. As he watched, a small, fluffy cloud detached itself from the castle. It floated gracefully, almost as if it had a mind of its own, and began to descend towards him. It floated down towards him, swirling and twirling. The cloud seemed to dance in the air, performing a delicate ballet just for Charlie. The cloud took the shape of a friendly face. Charlie could hardly believe his eyes. The face was kind and welcoming, with features that seemed almost human. It had rosy cheeks, twinkling eyes, and a mischievous grin. The cloud's expression was so vivid and lifelike that Charlie felt an instant connection. "Hello!" The cloud boomed in a voice that sounded like thunder but as gentle as a summer breeze. Charlie was taken aback by the sound, which was both powerful and soothing. "My name is Nimbus. Are you Charlie?" The cloud's voice was filled with warmth and curiosity. Charlie nodded, still in awe of the talking cloud. Charlie, still amazed, managed to stammer out a "yes." He couldn't believe that a cloud knew his name. "Queen Sira has been expecting you," Nimbus announced. The mention of a queen intrigued Charlie even more. Who was Queen Sira, and why was she expecting him? "Hop on, I'll take you to the Cloud Castle." Nimbus's invitation was both exciting and a little daunting. Charlie hesitated for a moment, but his curiosity got the better of him. Charlie scrambled onto Nimbus's back. The cloud felt surprisingly solid and supportive, like a fluffy cushion. It felt like sitting on a soft, bouncy marshmallow. Charlie couldn't help but giggle at the sensation. With a gentle whoosh, they were rising into the sky. The ground below grew smaller and smaller as they ascended. Charlie laughed, his heart filled with joy. The experience was exhilarating, and he felt a sense of freedom he had never known before. His daydream was coming true. The adventure he had always imagined was now a reality, and he couldn't wait to see what awaited him at the Cloud Castle. Up they soared, past fluffy white clouds and soaring birds. The wind whistled in Charlie's ears. The world stretched out beneath him, a patchwork of greens and blues. They flew through shimmering rainbows, each color more vibrant than the last. Charlie felt like he could reach out and touch the stars. He had never felt so free. As they approached the Cloud Castle, Charlie gasped. It was even more amazing up close. Towers of fluffy clouds reached for the sky. Sparkling waterfalls cascaded down its sides. Balconies made of shimmering raindrops glittered in the sunlight. This was a place of pure magic. Nimbus gently landed on a cloud platform, its soft surface cushioning the descent like a fluffy pillow. The air was crisp and filled with the scent of fresh rain, a hint of magic lingering in every breath. Charlie hopped off, his legs a bit wobbly from the exciting journey. He looked around in awe, his eyes wide with wonder as he took in the surreal surroundings. The cloud beneath his feet felt like walking on a dream. A grand door made of swirling mist opened before him, revealing an entrance that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow. It was as if the door itself was alive, breathing and moving with the rhythm of the clouds. Inside, a magnificent hall awaited, its ethereal ambiance casting a spell of tranquility over Charlie. The light in the hall glowed softly, illuminating the space with a mystical radiance that felt both welcoming and awe-inspiring. The walls shimmered with colors of the sunset, hues of orange, pink, and purple blending seamlessly to create a breathtaking tapestry. It was as if the very essence of twilight had been captured and painted onto the walls. A throne of spun moonlight stood at the far end, its luminescent glow casting a serene light across the hall. The throne seemed to be woven from the very beams of the moon, delicate yet powerful. And sitting on that throne was the most beautiful queen Charlie had ever seen. Her presence was regal and commanding, yet there was a warmth in her eyes that made Charlie feel instantly at ease. Queen Sira had flowing white hair that cascaded down her shoulders like a waterfall of silk, and eyes that sparkled like distant stars, filled with wisdom and kindness. She wore a crown of sparkling dewdrops, each one catching the light and reflecting it in a dazzling display. The crown was intricate and delicate, a perfect complement to her ethereal beauty. A kind smile touched her lips, a smile that spoke of countless stories and endless compassion. It was a smile that made Charlie feel welcome and safe. "Welcome, Charlie," she said, her voice like the tinkling of wind chimes. "We've been expecting you." Her words were filled with a gentle melody, each note resonating with a sense of purpose and destiny. "This is the Cloud Castle, home of the Weather Guardians," she continued, her voice echoing softly through the hall. The castle was a place of wonder and magic, where the very elements of nature were woven into its fabric. "We control the wind, the rain, the sunshine, and the storms," she explained, her eyes twinkling with pride. "Each guardian has a special role, and together we maintain the balance of the world's weather." Queen Sira introduced Charlie to the other weather guardians. He met Sunny, a cheerful ray of sunlight who brought warmth to the world. He met Rainy, a gentle soul who nourished the plants with her life-giving showers. And then he met Stormy, a dark and brooding cloud with a mischievous glint in his eye. Stormy loved to play tricks. He grumbled and complained about everything. Today, he was in a particularly bad mood. He thought it wasn't fair that Sunny and Rainy got to have all the fun, so while the others were busy, Stormy snuck into the Chamber of Winds. He opened the cage where the wild winds were kept. "Go on, create some chaos," he roared, a mischievous glint in his eye. Section 6. Chasing the Wild Winds. The wild winds, released from their cage, wreaked havoc in the sky. They were no longer bound by any rules, and their freedom meant chaos for everyone below. They whipped the clouds into a frenzy, creating giant storms and powerful gales. The seas roared with towering waves, and the winds howled through the night, leaving destruction in their wake. Rain lashed down and thunder roared. Streets turned into rivers, and the once bustling city came to a standstill, paralyzed by the relentless storm. The once peaceful Cloud Castle was now in turmoil. Its majestic towers, usually bathed in sunlight, were now shrouded in dark, menacing clouds. Queen Sira was very upset. Her kingdom, which had always been a haven of tranquility, was now under siege by the very elements she once controlled. "This chaos must stop," she declared. Her voice echoed through the grand halls of the castle, filled with a mix of desperation and determination. "Charlie, you must help us," she pleaded, her eyes filled with hope. Charlie, a brave young hero, knew the weight of the task ahead. The wild winds must be captured and returned to their cage. They were too powerful to be left unchecked, and their rampage threatened the very fabric of the kingdom. Charlie knew he had to act fast. Time was of the essence, and every moment counted. He gathered his courage and prepared for the daunting journey ahead. With Nimbus by his side and Sunny leading the way with her bright light, he set off on a thrilling chase to recapture the wild winds. The bond between them was strong, and together they were unstoppable. They soared through the stormy sky, dodging lightning bolts and battling strong gusts. The journey was perilous, but their determination never wavered. It was a dangerous mission, but Charlie was determined to help his new friends and restore balance to the weather. The fate of the kingdom rested on his shoulders, and he would not let them down. Section 7. Trapping the Wind. The wild winds were fast and unpredictable, swirling and darting through the sky. Charlie, Nimbus, and Sunny chased them for hours. Finally, Charlie had an idea. He asked Nimbus to gather a large rain cloud. Then he asked Sunny to shine her warmest rays on the cloud. As the cloud filled with warm rain, it became heavy and began to fall as a gentle shower. The wild winds, tired from their rampage, were drawn to the cool, refreshing rain. They flew into the cloud, ready for a rest. This was their chance. Charlie quickly asked Nimbus to close the rain cloud, trapping the wild winds inside. Section 8. Harmony Restored. With the wild winds safely captured in the rain cloud, Charlie, Nimbus, and Sunny returned to the Cloud Castle. Queen Sira was overjoyed. She thanked Charlie for his bravery and quick thinking. The storm clouds parted, and a beautiful rainbow arched over the castle, a symbol of peace restored. Stormy, seeing the chaos he had caused, felt remorseful. He apologized for releasing the wild winds and promised to think before acting impulsively in the future. Queen Sira, ever merciful, forgave him, reminding him that everyone makes mistakes. Section 9. A Gift from the Clouds. Before Charlie returned home, Queen Sira presented him with a gift, a small shimmering cloud in a bottle. This will remind you of your adventure and the importance of imagination, teamwork, and responsibility, she said. Back in his bedroom, Charlie held the bottle, watching the clouds swirl and shimmer. He had learned that even the wildest imaginations could lead to incredible adventures. He had also learned the importance of teamwork and taking responsibility for his actions. He knew he would never forget his magical day in the Cloud Castle, a day his wildest daydreams came true.